Hi everybody! Today I'll be explaining my 7th grade science project to you guys. So in science right now we're learning about cells and all their parts and what they do. So our project was to create something that represents a cell and all of its parts. And there were many options on how to do this, but I chose to use food items to represent a cell. So the main base of the cell is a pancake, and yeah, I'm gonna now go through all the little parts of it and how I made each cell organelle. So we have the cell membrane first, and that's basically like the outside of the cell. The cell membrane controls what enters and leaves the cell. So there's that. Then there's the cytoplasm, which is this gel-like fluid that's inside the cell, and it helps transport the cell organelles. But yeah, and that's like invisible, so I just have it pointing to yeah. Then we have the mitochondria, which creates energy or something called ATP for the cell. Then there's ribosomes. Ribosomes make proteins for the cell. I use little chocolate chips to make the ribosomes. But yeah, then there's centrioles. Centrioles, I use little pasta to represent the centrioles, and they organize cell division. Then we have lysosomes. Lysosomes store enzymes to digest food and break down waste. So, yep, and they're actually green, so I use little green peas to represent that. Then there's the nucleus, which contains all the DNA, and the nucleolus that's inside the nucleus, and the nucleolus makes ribosomes. Then we have the smooth ER, which transports lipids and carbohydrates in the cell, and the rough ER, which transports proteins inside the cell and contains ribosomes. I use little chocolate chip shavings to put on the rough ER because the little dots that give the rough ER its texture are ribosomes. But yeah, then there's the Golgi body, and the Golgi body modifies and transports proteins, which prepares the proteins to leave the cell. And that is my 7th grade science project. And I just want to mention that this is an animal cell, and there's 2 types of cells, animal cells and plant cells. Plant cells are slightly different than animal cells, but I chose to represent an animal cell. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!